Hey everybody, how's it going?
What's up, everybody? Shawn Lewis, Vic Carrero.
What's up?
We here.
We out here.
We got Brian TRUDEAU versus Todd SHIRLEY. This is the round one, match one of our second winner take all 4-person medium fair match tournament. Thank you for joining us. Brian TRUDEAU is going to 13. Todd SHIRLEY is going to 8. What's the Fargo's 4?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna put that in. Sorry,
Yeah.
I forgot to put it in. I'll edit their names.
Yeah, Brian is a 585.
583.
583, and Todd is a 493. I think.
493. Yeah.
493.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be super interesting.
It looks like Brian won the lag. All right, here we go.
Share here really quick. So
is it 583, 493?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So the format for tonight is medium fair match. Winner break 10 ball. Rack your own. Foul rule. Lag jumps okay.
Jump push, yeah.
No early 10 balls. If you make the 10, you have to call it in a combination. The 10 will spot immediately and you'll continue to run the balls. Otherwise, it's just standard 10 ball shooter's option on a slop shot as usual.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Brian broke the balls super nice. He's just probably going to draw this cue ball back and try to get the 2 inside.
A lot of juice on that. Ooh.
Maybe he's still got it.
I don't know. I think he might have to jump it.
Yeah, he wanted to get below it to create an angle for the 4, so just got just a little bit too heavy duty on it.
Maybe he can see it. I don't know. No, he's like curved shot. Maybe,
yeah. A little swervy.
Yep.
All right. Well, Todd's got his first opportunity here. I think the 4 passes the 6 into the side, so this is looking pretty good for Todd to get started. One thing that we've kind of come encountered with this fair match is that it's a long road for the higher rated player compared to the low rated player. This is not as far out of a line as what we've seen.
Yeah, 16-6.
Closer. Yeah, 16-6. Then Clay had that one. What was Clay? I guess that wasn't as much. Clay had to go to like 17 or whatever.
No, it was 16, I think also, but it was 16-10. Yeah.
This is a little bit, this is a little bit closer than we've seen, but it's still going to be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I think we'll have our first even race on the fair match next week on the Titan of the Table, or this week, sorry, with Ed Hobbs, Bo Bologna.
Oh, yeah, Titan of the Table this Wednesday. Ed Hobbs versus Bo Bologna. Bo's got 2 weeks in a row. See if he can make it 3, and maybe Ed will just jump on a little bit of a hot streak himself, take it down, try to collect for a few weeks. I'm stoked for the whole format. It just allows people to get in there without having to really think too much about matching up. It's just the Fargo. If you believe in Fargo, you just go with it. Any given day, you can play above or below your Fargo by a considerable amount. So I don't really think that that's the issue.
Mm-hmm.
I think more of it's like dealing with the nerves of not knowing if you're going to come with your game, not knowing if your opponent's going to come with their game, knowing that that's really what matters. You know what I mean? If you play your top game in this format, you're supposed to win. If they play their top game in this format, they're supposed to win. And it's exciting. What do we got in the chat? I know there's only maybe 10 watching right now.
8
watching.
Thanks, people.
10.
You're the best.
10 on mine.
Oh, dang. Oh, I just got 10 just now.
We appreciate everyone that's coming in. We're also, let's see, what are we announcing? We're going to do a $200 giveaway.
Oh, yeah. That's for YouTube.
1,000 subscribers. If you go to our Facebook, the Easy Street Billiards Facebook, maybe you can link that.
Yeah, I'll link the post. It is
Link
in the
the
featured
post.
section of our Facebook page. So if you go to our Facebook page and
Yeah.
at the very top, there's some featured posts. The one with the YouTube logo on it is the one that I posted for the giveaway.
Yeah. So just follow the link in the chat and we can get you entries into this. Once we get to 1,000 subscribers, we are going to do the drawing, $200 gift certificate to the website, merch, all the stuff. You can get lessons as well. I think is one of the options. You can get a gift certificate to give to somebody else if you don't want to spend it all yourself. There's all kinds of ways. We're going to continue to run this promotion, I would guess call it, until we get to 1,000 subscribers, and we're going to continue to talk about it incessantly until you all subscribe
and
like,
hit the
share,
buttons.
hit the buttons. And there's multiple ways to get entries. So just, take a look at that, please. We appreciate all of your support.
Yes.
Continuing support.
Yes.
What's up, Ari?
Oh, yeah. Ari's in the giveaway.
One of the very first ones to buy one of our merch items, I think.
Yes.
Which we
was
appreciate, man.
The first one, I think, to buy something on the Shopify store. Because we had one sale before that, but that was through our website when we had products through there.
That's right. We briefly went to that. Ooh,
yeah.
Todd had a chance there.
Yeah, it was my friend John, and he actually talked to me this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Wild.
Brian Brosnan, what's going on, man? Nice to hear from you.
What's up, Brian? Dang, Todd missed a 9.
Yeah, just leaving Brian some easy 1-2 ball pickup. This is how Brian can win. Is that if Todd has opportunities and doesn't score, then it's going to be easy for Brian, and vice versa. Brian, if he doesn't get out, gives it back 2 to 3 balls. Todd's, almost 500 Fargo player, has experience on the 9-footer. He definitely can win this if he just realizes that, it's just use your best system. That's what it's all about.
Mm-hmm.
This is about, you can't think about your opponent. It's not going to be traditional, like my opponent is equally skilled and that makes it a 50-50. This is, my opponent is either better than me on paper or worse than me on paper, and that in order for me to win and to lock that in, I need to perform at a high level for what my game really is. It doesn't matter the situation so much. You just do your best, shoot your best shot every single time.
Mm-hmm.
And just work on your consistency and make sure that you continue to keep your energy at a good level, and recognize that that's really what it's going to come down to is just, staying positive as much as you can, shaking off the mistakes, etc. You know what I'm talking about. Ari, I'm glad you love the shirt, dude. All I wear anymore is the Easy Street shirts. I got we got this tri-blend thing, and I was like, ooh, this is nice. And I just stuck with it. I see no reason to change. So I'm wearing, I don't know, many of them now, obviously.
Yeah, same. Brand. I am the same.
But I'm glad you like it.
They're nice and soft.
We didn't want to go cheap on the shirts and just be like, oh yeah, we're going to make them like $10, but they're going to be like,
burlap.
Exactly. Like a potato sack. Not cool, man.
Nope.
All right. Let's see what Brian can.
Ooh, Brian punched it.
Trying to do something there.
Yeah. Didn't get it.
So all of this is just trying to figure out what your rhythm needs to be. You don't want to get up there and shoot too quickly, nor do you want to take too much time. You got to find your speed.
Mm-hmm.
The early match is just about getting, kind of just determining the tempo that you need to play at. Then once you find it, then you just stick with it. Very nice. That was a good stroke. Brian's got a good stroke for this table. He had the Pink Slip Billiards, if you all have been around Tacoma for a few years. He had 4 Gold Crown 3s. They didn't play quite the same as this one, but they were very nice, I thought. Played well. Slightly bigger pockets. One of them was, I think, 4.5-inch pockets, which was the tight one. This table is 4 3/8-inch pockets. Runs really good, though, and he knows how to play on it. So, yeah. Didn't go 3 rails for this.
Ooh.
Overcut it. Yeah, and let's see. Todd was over here, played a Salado commentated match, which we posted and did some analysis on. He himself is a certified instructor out in Bremerton area or Bainbridge. Where is it?
Bainbridge Island.
Bainbridge Island. I don't even know where that is. It's on the other side of the bridge.
According to my spreadsheet, that's where it is.
Super good guy. He's the Lucky Loser Billiards aficionado. That's his brand.
Yep.
He's definitely working to get better. Does a lot of APA activities, I know, and has been successful in that league. Enjoys it. But it is more primarily bar tables, and this is a 9-foot table.
Right.
So I think that's one of the really interesting things about this Easy Street Billiards situation is that we got the 9-footer, and then most players are not getting their reps in on 9-footers these days.
Right.
So it kind of favors anyone that does play on the 9s because you're going to be a little bit more comfortable with the shot making, a little bit more comfortable with having to put a little bit more stroke on the ball.
Ooh.
A little bit more understanding that you can't just get down and fire away and get a little bit sloppy and still make the ball. You got to be precise every shot.
Mm-hmm.
And it tests your resilience too because of that. Oh, dang. Todd's got a stroke there. Just
bank it. Let's go.
Left himself for the bank. Again, this is call pocket, so he'd have to call the bank, obviously. What's up, Ken? How you doing, bro? Did you get into the giveaway? Can we put the link?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was supposed to do that, huh?
We're doing a $200 Easy Street Billiards merch giveaway when we get to 200 or 1,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel, Ken. There's 4 different ways to get entries into it.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you're already subscribers, but in order to get an entry, all you got to do is screenshot the fact that you're a subscriber and then post it on the page or post it, DM us with the screenshot if you'd rather.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'd love it if you'd share as well. That's another way to get an entry. Share that post.
There we go.
Don, you're in Brazil. What part of Brazil you're in? I went to Rio de Janeiro in 2006. Amazing place. We went to the Cristo de Redentor statue. I had a guy from Brazil that was showing us around. One of my really good college friends got into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in the 90s, and he was on some forums.
Ooh.
He knew a guy. It was awesome. I'm happy you're down there having a good time, man. That's sweet. Is your wife Brazilian? I don't know what country she's from. I think she's not a Native American. Not that, but natural born American citizen. Why are you laughing?
What?
It's all this stuff has been co-opted and it doesn't mean what it used to mean.
Oh, yeah.
Also, Don, we are doing if you've been following the conversation here, we got the Facebook stuff. You can get entries in for this $200 giveaway. All right. Yeah, once we get to 1,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel, we're going to give away that $200 worth of value on the ESB Shopify store, which there's other stuff there too besides just t-shirts and whatnot.
Yeah.
But it's just a token of our appreciation. We're really trying to push growing this channel.
Yeah.
I know that everyone that's watching it's on YouTube, it's on the YouTube. So we're hoping that everyone can just like and subscribe every time they get in there and, do a little bit of sharing. I think this is for being the Northwest area. I know that it's not top pool players. However, with that being said, I think that most of these guys you can relate to what they're going through, and it can help your own game by watching what's going on, watching the commentary. Heck yeah, Don.
Nice.
I know you've been doing well for yourself, man. That's awesome. Congratulations on that. It's a beautiful country. I know just a little bit of time I spent there, it was sweet. I have no idea what the language is like. I know they speak Portuguese down there. It sounded like Spanish, but
It's definitely Portuguese.
it's definitely not Spanish.
100%.
Let's see what we got. Thank you to the sponsors.
Tibbitts at Fernhill.
Go ahead.
Tibbitts at Fernhill, best brunch in Tacoma. Brunswick Billiards, 180 years in the business. Thank you for the cloth. Northwest Tap, Ed Hobbs. We will see you on Wednesday. Thank you for all your support and all that you do for the Northwest pool community. Clean Slate Pool Tables. Dom and Tony got you covered for any and all pool table needs.
I was just helping Tony pick up a table at the Freight today, actually, working with the boys. Clean Slate. Dom was working his other job, so I filled in, helped out, moved some slates around, and helped Tony get some work done. So it's, pool is in the blood. After a while, you just got to do what you got to do to move everyone forward. Support the community through just serving the way you have to. Getting tables into people's houses and all that stuff, getting this streaming going. Doing a little bit of content that hopefully helps people. I think that the content that I focus on, I just wanted to be a little bit different than what it kind of seems like most of everything that you see on YouTube and Facebook for pool is just technique. There's very little spoken about the mindset of the game. So I wanted to add that to it, and I'm always excited when people give me stuff to talk about. So if y'all are familiar with the reels at all, you can always comment on we do Thursday AMAs where I just talk about the stuff that came up during the week in this stream, and then other people that are commenting. Nice, Don. I love that. Just doing what you want to do. That's beautiful, man. Glad you're enjoying the stream. If you're trying to get involved, always get in there and fill out the some of the forms. If you have Mondays, Wednesdays, or Thursdays available, we're gonna have stuff all those days.
The digital pool's not updating.
Yeah, if y'all are following on the digital pool, it's not updating, but we can make that happen manually, right?
Yeah, I can do it right now.
Okay, so we're hoping to have this all integrated perfectly over time, but we're not quite there yet.
Wait, it worked last time. I don't know what I did wrong this time. I'm sure it was user error. I'm working on it.
Yep, we get better a little at a time, just like that's the way it is. You leaps and bounds when you're feeling when you're lucky. The rest of the time you're just creeping at it, but it's all good. Net positive is net positive. All right, Brian had ball in hand there. I think the 4 passes the 9. Really, the trick to this rack is the 5 ball blocked by the 7 in the bottom left. My normal pattern play is just, I always look to the ball that's to the pocket that's closest to the ball as my primary target, if possible, just so that you get maximum room behind it to play position on it, and you have a minimum distance for the ball to cover, which reduces your need for accuracy. Situations like this, he's going to have to play for a secondary. So yeah, looks like he's aiming to be between the 5 and the 6 here, just going between them to play the 5 in the top left. Now he probably might resort to this 5-10 combo, which would just spot it, play the 5 where it lies, spot the 10, and just continue to run. Or he may elect to play safety just so he doesn't risk that. He's elected to play safe, which I think is really smart. He's left a combination on the 5-9. I think this is a good idea to go for here because the 5 going into the 9 will pop the 5 back up, kind of just float in front of that corner. So if he makes it, he should have a shot to shoot the 5. So I really like the positioning of the balls other than the distance. Played the carom or maybe the bank. I don't know what he called there. This came up pretty good. I think that Brian might be able to see the edge of it. He definitely can kick one rail to make it, which I like doing if he can't make it straight in. Drilled it. Nice shot. Almost straight on the 6, which is going to work out for him. He can just draw back for the 7. Maybe punch just to get between the 8 or the 9 and the 10. Like such. Create a little bit of an angle. This is good. So you can come to the right and get straight in on the 8, ideally. So that you can draw straight back for the 9 on the side. Very nice. This is going to be fine. He's got the 8's just slightly up the rail, so he can use that side rail. He's not going to worry about scratching. He can just punch off the rail just a little bit, draw back just a little bit, whatever he wants to do. This is good. The 10's below the side, so where he's going, the natural cue ball making this 9 ball sends into position on the 10. He just has to make sure that I would like to draw this ball just a little bit to avoid going too far to the left and then maybe making a thin cut into the side. If you just roll forward, that's fine too. This is going to be fine. Looks like it's pretty routine. How's the chat doing? We got 26. Anybody we know?
Oh yeah. What's up, guys? Say hi.
Shot it all the way down. Nailed it. 2-1. So what do we need here to go hill? It's like Brian. If Brian goes 2-1, then he's going to win this set, right? Because then he'll be at 12. Todd will be at 6, which is slightly off the hill. So he needs a little bit less than 2-1 on the games to win this without going hill. So right now he's pretty much on pace.
Yep, agree.
Todd's looking fine. 1-1 is really good for Todd. 2-1 is fine too. He's not behind yet. If you just look at the percentages.
He's like 12.5% of the way there.
Yeah, and there's eventually we'll have to get the statistics, the true statistics using the actual Fargos to determine what the odds of winning based off the score now and their percentages. There's a way to calculate that. I forget how to do it. All right, so Brian's made a ball. Does not have a real shot on the 1, it looks like. He may have to roll out here. Again, this is jumps allowed and push out after the break is allowed. Okay, looks like he's either lining up to jump it or he's doing a masse. Ooh, he hit it and it scratched. And then the 1 is pushed the 8 into a trickier position. The 8 was sitting really nice in front of the hole. Now it's on that side rail next to the side pocket, which is a tough spot to manage. See how Todd plays his pattern. He's going 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. So from here, I think playing straightforward is fine. If you get slightly below the angle, like this, that's really nice. Now you can either punch to get above, go to the middle of the table, or you can go forward. Depends on what you like. That's just a little bit too far to be comfortable.
Yeah,
you can still make this ball.
Yeah.
I would have considered, you just hit it too hard. I like that shot. You just have to punch it to the middle of the table and not that much further. So you just got to bear down and make this shot. You're sitting fine. If you make this shot and you put a good stroke on it, you're going to come around the table. Just put a little bit of right English, I think, to take you to the side rail to avoid the scratch. And then you're going to come down between the 7 and the 10, but I think you're going to end up having an angle on the ball no matter what you do. Boom. Bumped it. Super nice. All right, so he's got 5 balls left. He's got a good chance here. I like to play this with a touch of left to go to the right of the 10 and get fairly straight on the 7. Ideally, you get an angle to play short side on the 8, I think. I wouldn't try to do much else. Yeah, he's on the wrong side of the 7. Now, so this gets tricky. Now you might be considering playing for the bank shot on the 8.
What if he follows it?
It looks like you're going to go right into the 10 and then end up shooting from the end rail.
I was thinking it might clear the 10.
Yeah, maybe it depends on the angle. I can't really see. Okay, there you go. Good shot. I couldn't tell if he was going to go into the 10.
Yeah.
I have a side angle off this, so I can't really see straight on.
Oh, sorry. I was trying to fix the dashboard. I'll move the dashboard down here. In case I need to mess with it.
I was making it work.
I appreciate you. Sorry about that.
No sweat. All right, this is it. Just make this ball, make the 10. Kind of a little bit too much power on that stroke to be in control.
Got Brian with 70% of the vote right now.
Well, I think the higher rated player has won most of these hill medium fair match, right? The lower player has been winning some of them. It's been
Gilbert won his as the lower rated
both
player.
Of those, yeah.
Yep. And then otherwise, it seems like it's been the higher rated player, but Hill, so it makes it intense.
Yeah, and it could have gone either way. Obviously, Hill could, and then even the Hill game could have gone either way for all of the sets. It's been tremendously crazy. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Once again, please like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We got 3 days a week streaming going on, minus we're taking a couple days off for camping in August. We're adding a new format pretty soon, which is a doubles format. So if you have a doubles partner, you don't mind putting a few bucks on the line, try to get yourself in action, and you have Thursdays available. Stay tuned. We're about to release the new format, which is going to be a modified doubles King of the Hill, same as the table or Titan of the Table like this, except for with pairs. And the winners will stay on indefinitely until they decide that, or I shouldn't say they decide, but someone else is going to beat them, and then that's how they're going to be out.
Brian plays safe.
It's basically like a challenge table. And then we're going to do medium fair match based off the average of your Fargos to determine any handicap. So, if your team that you really like is like 1040, that makes you at 520 average, and then the opponent may end up being like 1275 or 1280, giving them 640 average. Then they'll be giving you a few games, and then that'll equalize the spot, and then it'll be similar to this, giving everybody a chance to get in there and play and not have to sweat and trying to make the perfect match and have it be like 1084 against a 1083 team, which is only a few that exist, that want to put up that kind of money. So this will make it a lot easier to be making a game over time, and it's going to be a weekly recurring matchup. So if you have a regular schedule and you have Thursdays off and you have a doubles partner and you have a few dollars that you want to put in play that you'd like to grow into more than a few dollars, then we might be worth keeping a look at, and getting subscribed and all that. If you're just joining us, also, we're doing a Facebook marketing campaign to help increase the subscriber count for our YouTube channel, which you're watching right now. At 1,000 subscribers on our YouTube, we're going to give away a $200 ESB gift certificate, I guess. Is that what it is?
Yeah, to the online store.
To the online store.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of different things on there.
If you click on the Facebook link that's pinned, that'll lead you right to the form or to the post. And then if you do all the things on the post, then you'll have several entries
into the giveaway. We highly, highly, highly greatly appreciate any support we get from the community. We're just trying to grow this channel. If y'all know who we are, we're working very hard at opening a pool hall in the near future in Tacoma area. This will all, having 1,000 subscribers would be huge to help us make that. Truly, that's one of the reasons why we're really pushing at this. I don't think people understand like how crucial having 1,000 subscribers is, and ultimately getting a little bit of monetization to create revenue for the business, so that it helps the landlords understand that we actually have a viable plan. We are going to a membership structure, which is new for pool halls, and so far we have no believers as far as landlords go. We're trying to change that by increasing the revenue of the business a little bit through the social media, because we're planning on doing Evo streaming on all the tables. And if we can build the revenue up a little bit by getting 1,000 subscribers, then that will just help show people that it's actually a viable plan, and that not only that, we're just going to be scaling something that's already profitable. And we really, really appreciate if you all would just subscribe and like and share. I know it's a lot of work. I know it's not a lot of work, actually. It's just something that you could do would be nice. So I know that many of you have, and the rest of you would be nice if you do it. And there's an opportunity to get a little bit of free merchandise out of it too, just a little icing on the cake. What's up, Rob? What's up, Rob?
Welcome. Pretty soon I'm going to work on, I got a 3D printer, bro. Did you know that? We got a 3D printer for the business. It's on the list, is to create the Polston pot. I'm just trying to pull off different colors right now, but we're going to make it happen.
Tell them about the chalk holder that you made.
Oh yeah, so far I have chalk holders, but they're not quite there yet. Not up to my specifications, but I'm working on it. I got
what you wrote on it.
Oh yeah.
Is that a surprise?
First one that I did lettering with, we put dang on it. It's not quite there yet. It's a square chalk holder that holds sound around chalk.
Yeah.
And it's almost there. We'll get those out soon.
All right, let's see how many votes Brian's got on them. Oh, he's got 12 votes. 75% of the vote. Dang. Speaking of dang. Ooh. Oh no, Brian. Why you do this?
Ooh.
Why you do this, Brian?
This is huge. Now Todd's got an easy
12.5%. Todd.
This is an easy pickup for Todd. This is the kind of thing that Brian cannot continue to allow if he wants to take any of the pressure off of himself. Man, Todd could have done better with shape there. That's rough. It'd be okay to make this, but I one of the things that I think that's interesting about these matches is that situation was prime, and the only reason why he has a tough shot is because he got down and two-stroked the ball without really thinking about where he wanted to get with the cue ball. And that's one of the errors that people make when they have an opportunity that they didn't expect to have. They're not always fully ready. That doesn't mean that you're not going to make the shot. It just what ends up happening is that you're lowering your overall percentages to run the balls when you leave yourself a little bit more difficult. And in the long run, over the multiple shots, if you understand how statistics work, it's just a 5% to 10% decrease in your ability to make the ball. If you talk about 4 or 5 shots, you're talking about like reducing your percentages to win by like significant margins. And that's why people don't run out as much is because they leave themselves too difficult, and that creates too many low percentage opportunities. And that's why, you know, they're getting weight instead of giving weight a lot of the time. It's just a mental lapse here and there, and lack of readiness here and there, you know, and lack of execution here and there. All that stuff, we just keep working on it, and that's how we get better. Just reducing those little errors that reduce our percentages. Yeah, Rob, back to the 3D printer. I'm stoked about it. If you have anything that you want made or that you think would be cool to have that's a pool related item or not, you can hit us up on the DMs and I'll work on it. I'm just now polishing up my CAD 3D modeling skills, which I don't know if you all knew that I have a mechanical engineering degree from a 4-year university, but now you do if you didn't. So I'm just busting out my education to Polston Pot here.
Oh,
Polston
snap
Pot.
the Polston Pot. First
Rob,
one of the day.
On the, yeah, he miscued on the break and scratched.
Dang. Ha.
So dang.
Yeah, we got some good stuff coming up too. We got Tighten the Table, Bo Bologna versus Ed Hobbs on Wednesday.
That's going to be epic.
And then we got Jason Wagner and William Castillo for 300 in the middle doing some 9-ball on Thursday. I don't think he's here yet, but I'm sure he'll be checking in.
8:30 normally.
Yep.
I'm excited to have Will here. He's all about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited for like 3 or 4 years from now when his son is old enough to be out here, out and about, getting it. I'm really excited for the youth game to really grow in this area once we have the pool hall going. I think right now it's just in a lull. A lot of the parents that have kids, they don't want to bring their kids to the bar where they play pool, so it makes it tough for them to like really have experienced the game at a young age unless you have a table at home. Good shot. Tom made a good shot there, and he's going to come out nice.
Ken, are you asking about the Polston Pot?
Yeah, well, so Rob, who's on here, he came up with this concept of the Polston Pot. Nice hit. Nice hit by Brian. Which is basically a pocket scratch.
Hypothetical.
It's just a fun thing we're doing.
It's a hypothetical $5 charge.
Yeah, we keep track of it all because we do have a game that's lined up for months down the road that is going to be using the pocket scratch as going to cost you extra money. So we've been keeping track as a fun thing. Plus, they have this cool cash register sound that we needed to use.
Nice bank. Let's go.
Todd's got action here. He's going to have to power through these balls somehow to get under that 4-ball.
Yeah.
The 9 is kind of blocking part of the angle.
Well, yeah.
You could use low.
Maybe run into the 10 though, right?
Yeah, I just use more follow and just try to go into it and just power through
Kick it. Kick it.
Are you all old enough to know about the Beastie Boys? Dang. Todd's in there.
I know, right? He's kicking and banking and getting crazy with it. What's up, Ray?
What up, Ray?
And your cute little doggy. He's so cute.
Second cutest dog in the world.
I know, right? Next to the baboo.
The baboo, yeah. Other than the fact that he's a heavy drooler. Not heavy, but significant. He's a good dog. He doesn't bark that much, which is a sweet feature.
Absolutely. You'll be happy to know he's out of the cone for right now. But he's been good. He hasn't been licking his paw, so that's good.
Yeah, it seems like it's healing up. He had a run-in maybe with a raccoon in the backyard in the middle of the night and lost the raccoon
considerably.
Got the best of it. And Babu had to go to the vet. And now he's been in the cone.
I know.
Oh yeah. You know, we have a whole list of different sound things. We're gonna get Kelso's laugh as one of the sound bites. If y'all don't know Kelso Woodwick and his signature laugh, you will, because it's about to happen.
Oh, I like that idea, Rob.
That is genius. I don't know how we're gonna pull that off, but we will figure it out. I'll talk to Evo guys about it right now. You got 2 months to pull it off.
I need an overlay for this thing. That'd be sweet.
But yeah, I'm gonna use. I forgot about that photo you sent for the Polston pot, but I'm gonna upload that. They have this. I think it's like Meshy AI that you can take a photo and then turn it into a 3D printed object.
Dang.
It's on the list, but I got to get the proper colors for the pot. I don't know if I want to use the rainbow translucent or like iridescent colors that we've got. Maybe I'll just use that as the first one. But I really want to be able to do the multiple colors thing.
Yeah. Sponsored by the Polston pot.
Dude.
$5 to the house every time. Ray, that is a great idea, but we can't benefit.
We're really just all we really need. We don't need to get money from the players that come here. What we need is the spectators to like and subscribe to the channel. That's all that has to happen.
Todd's a banking machine. Oh,
Todd
yeah.
is like 3 for 3 in his rack.
I know.
On banks.
I love it.
He's decided it. He was telling Vic when in practice, he's like, you should just shoot every shot as a bank. And I was like, maybe Todd should consider listening to his own advice there.
Oh.
As he misses the one non-bank shot.
Dang.
Ouch. All right. Let's see what Brian can come up with here. It looks like it's pretty routine. The main trick here is if he gets on the 9, bumping the 10 proper to where he still has a shot on it.
We will not be at the Don Ware tournament, Rob. Sorry about that. We got the kid this weekend. I got to work this weekend. It's just not a good time.
Yeah, I don't go to Everett either. That's the other thing. I never play the Don Ware because it's in Everett, not because I'm not interested in it. I just don't want to drive that far. I'd rather drive to Portland than to drive to Everett.
Great job, Ray. I'll put you in the spreadsheet after this match.
Or Thank you, Ray.
Tomorrow. But I appreciate you, Ray.
We'll get you in. Your entries in. Your 200 is on the way. You just got to be as lucky as we know you already are. And then it should just happen for you.
Ooh, missed the bank by Brian.
Leaving it tough.
Yeah.
Well, I shouldn't say tough.
I feel like you could draw out of it.
Make a nice shot here to get on the 9.
Mm-hmm.
If you get straight in on the 9 or a little bit of angle to where you're bumping the 10 or rubbing it just a little bit, you'll be fine. It's just the tough part would be if you get a little too steep on it. Now you got to play both balls. That can be tricky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it would be huge if everyone could share that giveaway post and make it go out of the reach of the people that are already seeing it. I think that the main thing that would happen if we get a lot of people sharing it, then a lot of people that are outside of the core group of supporters would then see it. And then that can just launch us a little bit further into our dream of 10 million subscribers.
One day.
We cease to have to work and we can pay everyone to do everything for us. And then we can instead of doing that, have millions of pool tables available for everyone to play on for free.
That'd be sweet.
That is on the list of things to do. If we can build up the revenue of the social media, etc., then it'll just offset the cost of owning the pool hall and operating the pool hall and reduce ultimately the expenses for everyone that's playing there. I think that y'all can see that there's potential in social media to make decent revenue. It just causes the community needs to support it. The community needs to fund it, to fuel it through pressing the buttons.
Which are free.
Yeah, it's amazing. You don't actually have to spend any money to support this thing that we're trying to do and support pool in general. I think that, it just takes a little bit of work and a little bit of, getting out there. Like I said, we're grateful that anyone's even watched us at all. So I'm not trying to say that we're like that, it would be just a little bit more support through some of these activities would be huge long-term, huge,
Ooh,
you played the speed well? That was good speed.
Yeah, you think he was going for the safety or you think he was trying to make
He was playing the side. I think, you play the side and then you play the speed such that if you miss it, you're leaving him tough.
Brian's calling the bank.
Let's see if Brian's banking is on. Are the banks open for Brian?
We'll see.
A little short.
Yeah, he was banking a little bit short before too. Yeah. And then he ended up selling out. But you think Todd might bank it?
I think Todd's going to cut this.
Yeah.
Seems a little bit too low to be banking it.
Yeah, but then I'd have to upload a different graphic every time the dollar amount increased, which I guess I could do.
We'll have to figure that out. And the Evo's
But that's a great
evolving all the
idea,
time,
Ray.
so-
Way to think outside the box or inside the sponsorship box. But I hear you.
Yeah, well, there's the isn't there like the advertising or whatever, and then that comes up.
Yeah, you can
Maybe
play
we-
videos for the sponsors.
Yeah.
Like there's videos we could upload for that.
Maybe, and then can you do that at the time that it's happening, like live, or is that all like loaded into the software?
I don't. I think I'd
Yeah.
have to just
I guess
load
we'll
it.
talk about that later.
Yeah, for sure. I have no idea, but I'll look into it.
One of my 3D printed items has been displayed here in this table. I've created a new evolution of the magic rack or template rack, which we're calling the airplane rack, which as soon as I get it polished up a little bit better, we'll be using them for the business. They're going to be probably the official rack for the pool hall when we open, because I'm not trying to spend $8 for a rack.
Dang, 3-3. This is intense for Brian right now because this is like,
Yeah. Brian cannot afford to keep doing what he's been doing. That's two. He missed the 8.
Come on,
He
Brian.
missed that 8 ball and left Todd a 2 ball out when it was 3-1. Then he missed the 10 ball just now to make it 3-3. That's unhealthy activity.
Definitely unhealthy for the pool game if you're trying to win.
It's good to keep your stress level up there, though. So, some people like to feel it, and he's definitely going to be feeling it if he keeps this on. Right now, what are we at here? 5. It's a 10-5 race, so Brian needs to step it up.
2-1 going forward. Yes,
Dang,
Ray.
Holston pot.
Cha-ching! Let's go.
This one he glanced off the top of the rack and scratched. Yeah, Todd is.
Whose was that last one? Was
Todd,
that Todd's?
Todd pocket scratched in the
Right.
corner
I got 1 and 1
on the last break, and then he just. Well, Todd scratched twice on the break.
Sorry.
Yeah,
That
Brian
was
is
Todd's
not
break.
yet, I don't
My
think.
bad. I messed up. I was watching closely.
Yeah, this is exciting to see how Brian responds here. He's just got to stay tough. So much to this, and I kind of discussed this with the players when we were in warm-ups, that it's just an interesting format that as the high-rated player, you got to win a lot of games, and then the lower-rated player just has to take advantage of every opportunity that they can to make it really tough for the high-rated player. If you give too many back, like Brian misses and then Todd gives it back, that's like the thing that you can't do. And Todd's been doing good about that so far. You're not supposed to get out every single time. Obviously, your Fargo is what it is for a reason. Thing is that if you just get out a little bit more often than you usually do. Is this a Polston pot?
Yep.
Cha-ching.
Cha-ching. Brian's first pocket scratch.
Yep. I don't know if the 6 goes in the bottom left here. Looks like not.
No, it looks like the 8
Eight's a
might be in the
little too
way.
He's looking
Yeah.
at it.
It's like, ugh, no me gusta. Actually, that's what I
It
would be
certainly
saying.
banks. I don't know if he's going to play a bank shot. I'd probably play below it
Yeah.
with ball in hand here.
He's got to do 5. The 5
we
is
got
up
in the
the
chat.
top
We got
row.
24. Thanks for joining us, everybody.
Yeah. Thanks, homies.
We got Brian TRUDEAU sitting in the chair versus Todd SHIRLEY. Once again, this is $250 buy-in, winner-take-all 4-person tournament.
Yeah, so there's no money guaranteed, even in the final.
All this does is get you to the second leg of the journey.
Yep. 2 matches you got to win it all.
Yep, and there's nothing for second place, which makes it a lot more pressure. Nice. I thought he was going
Ooh,
to
almost.
breakout.
Oh, got it. Oh, and he got the out from behind the 8, which is nice.
You go two rails out of the corner back to the spot. That's one way to hit it. It's like you miss it on the way in and then you hit it on the way out. All right, you just gotta, collect yourself. You got 5 balls.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Oh no! Let up on the stroke there.
He wrecked himself.
So that Brian, not easy, but definitely an opportunity here. Brian's just got to cut this. I like a touch of left so that you don't go down towards the 7 too much. Maybe just follow is all you need, though, to go to the side rail and back. You almost want to be right where the cue ball's at right now.
Too spicy.
Yeah. Brian's in his own head right now a little bit. Missed a couple of side pocket shots.
Yeah. He's rattled quite a few balls this whole match, I think. So I don't think that's doing anything for his confidence for sure.
Exactly. But it's all good. He signed up for it. This is what we're here for. He's going to learn something either way.
Yeah,
that's what
for
it's
sure.
all about. Todd's
nice
shot. Some shots. Todd's got good shot making.
Yeah, Todd's coming in hot. He's like, let's go.
He struggles mostly when there's he's got to put a bigger stroke on the ball and he has to put right or left English, I think.
Ooh.
Like that, if you look at it, he was trying to put right English on the ball and to make it come straight up the table and miss the shot. Mm-hmm. But when he's just using high-low ball, it seems like he's very accurate. All right, Brian's got yet another opportunity here.
Ooh.
Hooked on part of the ball. Maybe the bank.
Cross bank to the corner. Think it goes?
If he can hit straight into it, then I would believe that it does go.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like it's almost like a straight bank, but I think that to me you have to roll it. If you banked it with power, it would shorten up too much, unless you could cut it slightly.
Yeah, or if you put a little bit outside English on it.
He's got the jump cue out. What? Jump bank. Let's go, Brian. This would be sweet. It's a good reel. Send it.
Send it. Jump bank.
At 3-3, we had a jump bank. I'll have to put that into
I'll put it right here.
Maker. Brian has decided that it's time. At least that's what it looks like. To go 4-3 and to keep himself in it. Send it. All right, 4-3. Brian's showing a little bit of life here. That was a nice jump bank.
It was really good. Can't wait till I make my first one of those.
Yeah, it's coming.
Shout out to the sponsors. Northwest Tap. Thanks, Ed Hobbs. See you on Wednesday. Clean Slate Pool Tables. Dom and Tony got you covered on all the pool table services you could possibly need. Tibbitts at Fernhill. Best Brunch in Tacoma. He's actually currently on a canoe journey.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because he's
to the Nisqually.
Native Alaskan.
Mm-hmm. And he got invited by the tribe. I'm not sure.
I forget how to pronounce it.
I'm not sure how to pronounce it.
Chef Shawn Tibbitts.
Of Tibbitts at Fernhill. And Brunswick Billiards, 180 years in the business. Yeah. Provided this lovely cloth we're playing on today, or that they're playing on today. I mean, I played on it earlier, but.
Yeah. When we were coming up in pool, Brunswick was the gold standard. And maybe, again, after these Gold Crown 7s get fully released, where more people are getting to try them, get on there. And everybody has their own flavor. I think that any company that's out there that's making 9-foot tables, I'm all about it because you know what I mean. So, pool table's a pool table.
Ooh, hit the top of the ball there, but got safe.
Yeah, he got over it. I think Todd can touch the edge of this one. We got anybody else out there? Where's our homies at? Y'all are chilling because it was such a nice day today, 77 and sunny. Hasn't gotten dark yet.
People are still outside.
Yeah, what are we, like an hour into it? 4 to 3.
Mm-hmm.
It's going a little bit faster than last week or the Wednesday one.
Yeah, definitely. Todd's sizing up his challenge here. I mean, you can kick at it. I think kick and stick, right?
Yeah, if you can kick and stick, that one's a little bit further off the rail to make the kick and stick super easy to do.
You gotta punch it.
Yeah, you'd have to use a little bit more high ball.
Yeah. Well, he's close to the rail. I think that's easy enough.
Yeah, and then the pace of the shot as well.
Right.
I think that with the 6 and the 7 being tied up like that, as long as you don't break those balls away from each other, then as long as you make a good hit here, you're probably going to get another opportunity. It might not be great,
Mm-hmm.
but I would be looking to maybe kick this one ball to the left side rail and then just letting the cue ball go up towards the 9, hopefully not make it, and just leave them super long. If you look at where the 3 is at, the 3 is close to the hole, but it's up on that side rail. You want to get a little bit of an angle on that, and if you left the cue ball up to the top right and the one ball on the top left,
Mm.
did he call the 9? That would have been sweet.
Does not look like it.
Yeah, you need to hit a little bit thinner and a little bit more controlled pace there. So much of kicking in the moving game has to do with the speed of the shot. You have to allow yourself to, okay, what's going to happen when the balls touch each other and how far are they going to go? Because there's like with pool, it's like, if you think of it like it's not just a box, but it's like the ball goes further away, and then when it hits the rail, it starts to come closer. You have to use that element in your safety game.
Ooh.
If you're just whacking at them without really thinking about the speed of it, then you can end up, even if the angle of the hit was good, your speed can make the shot not work out because you're sending one of the balls close to the hole or back into play because it goes away, further away, and then it comes back. So you have to kind of think about the pace of your shots when you're kicking at the ball, because the energy is like, it takes a certain amount of energy for the ball to go, and it doesn't matter which ball has the energy. Some of the time on these kick shots, the total energy gets split between both of them, and there's kind of a certain energy that makes it to where you get the separation that you want.
Hilarious, Ray. Those last were for you.
Ken, we are going to Lake Crescents, Vic's favorite place to go camping.
Yeah.
I like it too. There's a lot of stuff to do. Kicking it by the water. She's got some kayaks. We do a little kayaking. You can swim in 40-degree water.
I love it.
It's super blue. There's
crystal clear.
High nitrogen content, which reduces the amount of plant life, which is cool. Todd looks like he's aimed up okay. That was interesting. It looked like he was aimed up to the right of the pocket, but made it.
I wonder what he's going to do with this 6-7 situation.
No idea. You can play for the bank. You can play to play safe.
Get it. Break out. Let's go. Does it clear the 7 to go to the side? It looks like it might.
So.
No?
The ball's really close together. What I like here, if it doesn't go, is to thin the 6 above the 7 and then play the cue ball under the 10.
Mm-hmm.
Very small.
I think that's what he's doing or trying to do.
Yeah, he needed to play it way thinner than that. That was, again, see how he just got down and like one stroked it?
Yeah.
It's not his normal routine when he's playing well. A little bit of it's you just got to see because I'm mostly talking to Todd for when he watches this later. Those are the situations where you got to just see that you're a little bit more inconsistent, and that is where that consistency that you have when you're playing well, it's either a mental thing where you just weren't quite sure, or because that was the right shot. I like that. You just hit it too full, which to me, if he's afraid of making a double hit or something like that. I'm not sure exactly. Maybe he was playing the 6 further. Or maybe it did go. I couldn't see, so I don't know. At least examine that shot.
Dang
Cha-ching!
it, bro.
This is rough for
Holston
Brian.
Pot.
This is rough for
All
Brian.
in hand for
Todd's
Mr.
had
Todd Shirley.
Too many of these opportunities.
Brian.
Making it easy for him.
Ooh, yeah. Lake Cushman, I've heard, is really nice. I've seen pictures of it. At one point when I was like considering buying a place, there was a really pretty house with a spiral staircase on Lake Cushman that I thought was really cute. But I've never actually been there. But I think that's over near Hood Sport, if I'm correct I believe. But yeah, I've never been there really. But there's this amazing tree at Lake Crescent that I absolutely love.
Okay, very nice. Todd played a rolling ball to get to the 10.
All right.
Close to ideal situation here, really.
Take your time with it. You don't need to rush. Dang. See, and it's like stuff like that, right? It's like where you don't.
Whoa, he must have just gave that game away.
He did concede, it looked like.
Interesting. Yeah, because Brian still had to make that 10. He would have spotted. Brian would have had to make the 10 from the spot location.
Yeah, and he wouldn't have had ball in hand, right?
Correct. It was not a foul, so I don't know. That was a little bit of a, I would have liked to see Todd just let him shoot that ball. I know that Brian's a favorite, but this is partly in the interest of making both players better. You shouldn't be giving away any games like that as far as making a decision to allow the other player to have a free win. You should force them to earn it. That's what's best for both players. I'm not saying that you can't give away games like as a gentleman, but anything that's missable, which on a 9-footer, I don't know how everybody else treats this, but I guess I can talk about this for myself. But I don't give anybody anything unless I've scratched and left it in the hole. Any sort of like regular routine shot, you just shoot the ball. My mentality about it is that we're here to get better, and forcing your opponent to execute the last ball is part of that. It's not about whether or not they can make it. It's about doing it. We're here to do the thing, shoot the shots.
Make them do the thing.
Exactly. We win or lose. It doesn't matter. Yeah, that was... we'll see if that's how Todd responds to all this. I feel like he's kind of got to figure it out now. Seems like he's lost his focus slightly. Maybe tilted a little bit. I don't know. So much of this is very, very interesting, the way that these...
Whoa, what a shot.
What a shot that was.
Mm-hmm. He's getting the bridge out. He brought his own bridge.
Yeah, pretty soon we're going to have rainbow iridescent bridgeheads. So y'all know I got to find the grommet to pull it off, and then we'll have those. Very nice. Todd's looking really good here.
Yeah,
just roll this ball a little bit. You got to maintain the angle so it's easy to come back up for the 4.
Exactly.
You don't want to get straight in here.
Nope.
Yeah, because I would just roll this in, leave yourself a little bit high. Even if you get close to the rail, it's okay. All right, that works. Put his stroke on display once again. Yeah, see, he's not really on the wrong side of the ball, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Because now he's maybe going to interfere with the 9.
The 9, yeah. Well, it looks like he got there, but he didn't make the ball.
He put a little bit of inside on it and missed it thin, the deflection.
Well, he left Brian not too terribly easy, but
that's true.
I feel like the bank is makeable.
The bank's makeable, and you can always play a defensive shot here. If you can leave the 3 up to the top of the table, then you're still leaving the back and forth challenge of making the 3 and coming all the way back for the 4.
Mm.
At worst, I like maybe thinning off the right side of the 3, sending it up towards the 9, and then letting my cue ball go 2 rails.
Ooh, Brian missed it entirely.
Yeah, and he bumped the 4 over to the side rail. Makes it way easier for Todd. Yeah, he was trying to like rail first and cut the 3 in, I think, there. Which is one of my favorite shots.
Yeah.
You got to make sure to hit it, though.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and that far away from it, it's very difficult. You'd have to put like mega spin on it and hope that you do it right. It's easy to hit it too full or not hit it at all.
Dink, dink.
All right, so the 10's going to spot.
Yep.
Todd's in a really nice spot here now, actually. Just go forward 2 rails for the 5 in the side, 7 in the side. Then just really getting from the 8, 9, 10 is the trick, because the 9 to the 10 is pretty doable. If you get a good angle on it, you can just punch to the side rail and come back towards the 10 in the bottom right. You can play the 9 in the side and flow towards the 10 as well. See what he does here.
Ooh, very spicy, but you know what? Nice. Got away with it. Because I think you can follow it here, just a little bit and just roll it forward and get on that 8 ball.
Yeah, roll down to the first diamond. Another way to play it.
Yeah, so that we have the angle to come off the side rail for the 9, right?
Because then we a little steep on this.
Bank it in the side.
I think you can still cut it, but your cue ball's going to get way loose.
Yeah.
You got to let your cue ball run if you're going to do any of the shots now. Even banking in the side, if you make that shot, you still got to move your cue ball to give yourself a reasonable opportunity on the 9 to the 10. So we'll see. This is an interesting situation. I'm curious what the discussion is here. Todd's laughing about it. Trying to loosen up a little bit.
What's up, Brad? How's it going?
Exactly. In any serious match, you make him shoot it. That's what you're there for. That's my opinion. You can do what you want. I just think that, to me, I have a standard thing that I do, which is that in a serious match, you make him shoot it. Because my personal opinion is that if my opponent leaves me an easy shot, I want to shoot it. I don't want them to give it to me. That's not part of the fun of it. It's like, I deserve it. If I have a shot that is like a gimme, let me shoot it. You know what I mean? Because, you can still miss. You got to prove the point, Glad you're doing well, Brad. Looking solid. How's the baby? Sleeping?
For now.
Every week, you never know.
I know, right?
This is a dicey spot for Brian. He's going to have to just come back to the left and back over to the right and then take the shot on the 10 that he gets. I don't think he can. I wouldn't want to do anything with my cue ball here. Just try to pop this ball with speed. Good shot. That was about as good as you can expect, honestly.
Yeah.
You got cueing on your hand. You're not going to have to bridge off the rail, hardly. And now you can just make it, and your cue ball is not in danger of scratching. Just play with high ball here.
Oh, Brian.
Well, he's left the cue ball and the 10 ball in a fairly difficult situation, but that's
true.
You really want to, you got to bear down and make that shot. One of the interesting things too, and I'm not saying that there's a right way or a wrong way, is that I really like to look down the shot. As far as like here, I'd be looking at the 10, like what Todd's doing. I wouldn't necessarily be queuing up on it like that, but I'd be looking at it, because one of the things I do with my visualization is I actually look down that shot and try to see it go in as sort of a rehearsal for what I'm about to do. See the angle of it.
I don't know why Todd always feels the need to fire it in with 1,000,000 miles an hour. It seems like both of the last 10 ball shots.
Now this one I would give away. See, that's where I'm like, all right, you got me.
Right, because he made them both, right?
No, he missed the 10.
Oh, no, he missed the 10.
Jaws, though. It's basically 3 inches out of the hole.
Got it.
But yeah, that was, I unnecessary
Well, and it
struggle.
was ball in hand. See, it wasn't ball in hand last time,
Exactly.
right? Yeah.
Exactly.
Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, you're good. But what I was saying is that I like to just watch the ball go in my mind before I shoot the ball as like a rehearsal element. I hope that helps anyone that struggles on these pressure situations. Is that if you don't feel comfortable shooting the shot and you're doing all these, you know, you have a little bit of a feel that you're not comfortable, that you don't see it right. One of the things you can do is slow down a little bit, get your visualizations going, watch yourself make the ball in your mind so that when you actually get down on the shot, you can kind of see that you know what you're about to do. It's an extra step, and when you're playing well, you don't need it. The thing is that when you feel uncomfortable, you got to deal with that somehow. You got to accept that it's happening, and you have to have techniques that you use to get yourself through that moment. And that's so much of pool is dealing with these little weird things that you get that come up, and you got to come up with your own strategies. That's one of my strategies, is that I do a lot of visualization, because I know when I'm feeling deep emotions, strong emotions, that my visualizations aren't as good. So what it forces me to do is reclaim my emotional level to a certain point in order to actually be able to even see that I can make the ball. And that's one of the ways, is once you start to be able to visualize yourself making it, that means you actually can make it, that your emotions are starting to come down and be more in check. And that now you actually are in a better position than rather than just getting down and shooting the shot however you're feeling at that moment, if that makes sense. And I can't say that it's right or wrong. It's just how I like to do it. I have a way that I shoot and try to keep this process going as much as I can. And when you're feeling good, you don't have to look at every shot. The easy ones, you can see they're going in. The harder ones that you can't see going in, what do you want to do? You want to just miss some of those? To me, you got to do a little bit more work. Figure out a process that you can use that's a little bit lengthier, gives you a little bit more time to recalibrate your body and get yourself in the game. See what this jump shot turns into.
Ooh.
I think he's going to come up nice here. Leave. It's a good leave.
The one's all stacked in the back there.
What's up, Drew? Yeah. He should be playing more 10 ball then. This is a good game for him to force him to slow down, force him to play the thing, because it's not all about just getting lucky, you know what I mean? In a sense of not playing your cue ball tight, not playing, precision.
Well, and especially I feel like on the 10 ball, that's the game winning shot. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Are you here to win or not? And if you just decide to let it all loose and not pay attention to where your arms and legs and all the stuff is going, and you're just firing at it 100 miles an hour, at a spot that you thought you lined up on, but then when you're letting your elbow swing hella wide, and you're doing your follow through, it's not hitting on the same place that you aimed on.
Yeah. And it kind of, so much of pool is about muscle memory and consistency. Everything is a habit, if that makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
The way that you shoot a shot in that situation becomes a habit. And you got to ask yourself, what habit do I want to express in this situation? Do I want to be under control, or at least work towards being under control, or not? And some of it is just recognition and awareness that it's happening, that you can do something about it. That's step one. I think that
sorry.
Yeah, I think Todd was trying to hit the 4. I don't know what he was doing.
It looked like maybe he was trying to safe.
Yeah, he just
but didn't. Yeah, but kind of kicked it around the table so far that he didn't get safe.
Too hard. Yeah. So Brian is kind of maybe he's thinking, man, maybe I shouldn't have locked up the 6 onto the 7 there. The 6-7 is now the thing that's going to stop you from running the balls after Todd played a subpar safety there. Just hit one ball too hard, trying to enforce, making sure that he got the stop action on the cue ball. We've all been there, overhitting the object ball, trying to get shape. Okay. Ryan can do something.
Thank you, Jason. Jason, right. The enforcer.
Push the dang button. Is it that hard? I love you guys. I know you all can do it. I'm rooting for you to push the like button.
And the subscribe button if you haven't already. Jason, were you here when we started talking about the chalk holder that was made?
I should have took a picture of it. I'm going to make a better one. I didn't want that one to be revealed yet. It's in process.
All right. I won't talk about it anymore. We got
stuff in the works, man.
We do. We're having a good time with it over here.
Yeah, we just got creative. The 3D printer on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Thursday, maybe. I spent 10 hours on Saturday just trying to get anything to work. Finally pulled it off.
Good.
Now I feel like an expert, but I know very little. I'm using YouTube to guide me through all the tutorials. The next thing I'm trying to pull off is actually to create a box that has a hinge on it, and that's going to open the door. What's this shot? He made it.
Nope. Yeah, he made a hit. It was a good hit.
Same as the TODD.
I thought you meant he made it.
Yeah, that was. I didn't get to communicate fully through my lack of communicating.
That bank going in smooth as silk.
Shots, man.
Yeah, we're working on a couple things, Jason. Just you wait.
Yeah, so Jason, I don't know if you're aware, we're doing a 1,000 subscriber giveaway for the YouTube when we get to 1,000 subs. We're starting it now. I know we got a ways to go, but we don't care. We're doing it. We're going to do a $200 gift certificate for the online store when we get to 1,000 subs. If you go to the pinned comment and you click on it, that'll send you to the
post,
to the Facebook post where you can do all the things. And then from there, you'll get entries. I think there's 4 ways to get entries.
Yes.
So if you do all the things, you get 4 entries for that $200 gift certificate. And it doesn't matter if you're already a subscriber. All you have to do is verify that you've subscribed.
Mm-hmm.
We already. I'm sure you already are because you're the man. But
yeah, basically,
we're not reducing your ability to get entries just because you're already subscribed.
Correct. Yes, we are valuing all of the subscribers, not just the new ones.
Yeah. So if you can, subscribe, share if you haven't already.
Tag a friend.
Yeah, if you can tag a pool player that you know that may not be on the stream, that you'd be like, well, you get a chance to get $200 worth of stuff. All you got to do is do the things, we're hoping that this really helps us blow this open a little bit and get a lot more subscribers. I know it's very kind of the people that have played and some of their close friends are on there. We want to move this a little bit more public and get more people watching. We're getting closer and closer and closer to this pool hall
every day.
And once that happens, I already know that we're going to be there. But we really want
to just what a nice hit by TODD. Was he going for that pocket? Dang, bro.
I don't think so.
Oh, man, that would have been so cool.
That was a good hit, though. Super nice 2-rail kick shot to get a hit. He's left Brian on the rail. I almost would just give this back to him.
He's going for the safety.
Yeah, looks like a safe.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, we got 6. Yeah, we just saw the notification. Jason, you're the man. Thank you very much.
Same with Ken. Ken also just commented.
He knows how to push the buttons properly. Give himself a chance. I love that.
100%, Drew. 100%.
Yeah, there's something to be said for if the guy is gonna jump on his own sword in a match situation like this, you kind of let him do it sometimes, hoping that it makes it worse for himself in a way.
Oh, I got to feed the dog.
Oh, the dog is adamant. It's been 300 years since I've eaten.
I know, right? Poor baby.
Yeah, he's gained 10 pounds in the last 6 months.
5.
That was since he got weighed, and yeah, I don't want to argue about it. He's getting chunky, but that's fine. We'll get him on walks again as soon as we get him out of this cone. Nice shot by TODD all the way down. He's practicing that in the warm-up. Ooh. Now for Brian here, he can just punch this off the rail, then shoot the 10 into the right side pocket without doing hardly anything with the cue ball. We'll see what he does. A little extra, but that was kind of the shot. I don't know what he's trying to do exactly. But he's looking good to go 7-3 here. He just needs to make this ball. I like a touch draw to the end rail. Otherwise, just roll forward, whatever you like. It's right there. So much of this to me, if you're having trouble seeing the shot, just look down the ball. Watch it go in your mind. Oh, dang, called the bank and nailed it. What a shot. 7-3. Brian's on pace, I think, to get there. He just needs to get 2-1 and a little bit ahead to win this set.
Okay.
So, Todd was looking super good to almost have finished him off by now, but he hasn't done it.
Yeah.
It's been back and forth, which is one of the amazing things about this format is how important each game is, it seems like.
Yeah.
I know, Drew, that was wild. I would have cut that in the side. I don't know why he hit it a million miles an hour. It would have went 10 rails. But he hit it great, ultimately.
Oh.
Brian banked the ball instead of cutting it in the side, and he hit it like warp speed, basically.
But he made it.
He did make it. It's true.
Ooh, nice break, Brian.
Brian breaks the balls like a champ somehow. And he's got the 10-ball break like that.
Well, he's also very experienced on the Gold Crown.
Yeah.
You know, and how it plays and how it moves. In there.
Overstroked it a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, but he can always come down and back up, too.
Stop shot at the bottom left.
Yeah.
I like here.
Yeah, you can do that, too.
You don't even need to draw it back, hardly.
True. But he did.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, see, Drew, I was looking at the cut in the side too, Drew.
When are you going to get on the stream, Drew? I know you've been getting in action. Your game has improved since I met you. I think it's time. You got to get in for the tighten of the table or something. Be good to see you here. All right, Brian has got a legitimate opportunity to break and run this rack. That would be really cool. I think that'd be a big boost for his confidence because he's kind of struggled a little bit and gotten away with it so far. Now is the time, eventually you got to show up for your own game and not just get sort of fortunate that your opponent is playing subpar. Nice. That was it right there. What a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Looking good. Checking his angle.
The list grows.
Yeah, we got some nice matchups coming. Tighten of the table.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Super stoked for that.
Oh, dang, yeah. You're one of the
weekends only.
No weekdays availability. Yeah. Just with the situation with us, the weekends are very difficult. We can't run streams every weekend, so we're not doing hardly. We can run streams during the week very easily, and there's just enough people. It seems like we actually got a lot set up. I think we got a lot of people on the side of the table list. We can't really release the information because that's part of the FOMO of it. But it's sweet. I'm excited. There's some of these guys.
I mean, we got enough for several months months worth of streams on Wednesday nights.
All right, Brian with the break and run there. Another chip. Oh, this 8 bounces across, and nope, he's still there. 4 to the 5. That's what he needs to to get here.
Ooh, didn't get there.
All right, see what Todd can do. Would you elevate and jack up and just draw this ball?
I would rail first. Try to go round.
Yeah, I wonder if the angle is such that the rail first.
You can do it. I mean, you might hit the 5, but I think you could get past the 5. Ooh.
Yeah, it was hard to get around. The slidey cloth, you can't get the grip that you'd like when you put that left English or right English on it.
Mm-hmm. Also impacted a little bit by the speed too, right?
Yeah. That was tough. It's all good. That's how it is sometimes. You can't always get there. There's not always a shot that makes, like it's easy. That's why they have these safety game. The moving game exists. You don't always have to go for it. All right, Brian's going to make a move here, assuming he's just going to thin off the 2, send it back towards the 5, and then go up table behind the 6 and the 4 as his shot. Oh, he came through it. This is going to be okay, though. Todd's going to have to shoot this 10 combo and then spot it and then play the 2 from there, which is doable. He's just going to have to roll it, I think.
That was wild.
Yeah, a little bit more speed than he needed there.
Hey, it's 8:30 and here comes William.
What's up, Will?
You ready for Thursday?
Oh, he's ready.
Born ready.
Yeah. Well, have you gotten in? You got to click on the giveaway post and get in there. I know you're already a subscriber, but if you take a screenshot of your YouTube subscribe, that gets you an entry. We're doing a $200 online store gift certificate type thing for a giveaway when we get to 1,000 YouTube subscribers. So
get in on the giveaway. Share
get into that post and do the stuff. Then you'll get 4 entries if you do everything in there.
Right.
We're hoping that sharing and all that stuff can help kind of increase our network and reach to people that don't really know about us or aren't subscribed, that kind of halfway know about us.
Or maybe not even know about us at all, just like check us out and get in there.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of people are enjoying the stream, so I'm hoping that we can just work towards getting more people involved on it. I don't know if he hit it on the way in or not. Looked like no, he kicked it on the way out, so he didn't get a rail there. But yeah, if you go to the pinned post on this stream, then that'll lead you right to the Facebook post and then do all the interactions there. And that'll get you entries into the $200 giveaway for when we get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, which hopefully will be soon. We're doing the best we can. Now we just need our viewer base to help us out a little bit, liking and subscribing.
Yeah.
Getting a little bit more involved with their fingertips pushing, and all that stuff. And then everything will be golden,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for all the future as it continues on. I know that it's just going to keep growing because we're going to keep doing the streams and that just keeps it going. And then the content's going to continue to improve. Thanks, Will. Appreciate you, man. If you want to get the $200 thing, you just do the stuff and then that'll give you the entries,
Yep.
So we're gonna reward people that do the stuff this time. It's not all just to help us. You can help yourself as well.
You get to win a thing.
T-shirts and stuff or whatever you decide for.
Yeah.
All right, Brian's got an angle here. He can come and play to the left side of the 8 for short side. Just needs to really low English and not a lot of speed so he doesn't get too crazy with his cue ball here. He might run into the ball, though, if he does this shot, which is going to maybe work out. I think so. He's a little thin into the side, but I think it can happen. He's just going to have to trickle it in.
Yeah, you can't really you can't hit it with any amount of speed, I don't think.
Yeah, you can bank it in.
True.
We got 32 watching. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you all heard the pinned comment is the
giveaway
the giveaway
post.
posts. We're gonna keep using that's gonna keep active until we get 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So we appreciate everybody. We're gonna give back a little bit, try to help pump everybody's t-shirt game up a little bit.
I know, right? Get you some of that ESB merch.
Yeah, super comfortable t-shirts, super comfortable hoodies.
Mm-hmm.
We got some sweatpants there, stuff like that.
Ooh,
Interesting.
is that like?
This is gonna be option.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I think Todd's gonna have to shoot this shot and play back and forth.
You think he's gonna? Yeah, just play it center ball, side to side, and back, left rail, right rail, left rail, or toward the left rail.
Yeah, Will. I hear you, man. Nobody's ever fully ready. You just go in there and you go to battle and you see what happens and you come out of it hopefully learning something. Hopefully you win and learn.
Didn't get there.
Yeah.
Left it for Brian. So we'll see if Brian can capitalize. I mean, right now he's on his way.
Yeah, if he doesn't feel comfortable drawing the ball, you can just play to the left rail above the 10 and shoot it short side just with speed. That's what he's going to do.
Yep.
He's starting to get his speed control pretty well. That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
You almost want that angle versus being straight in. Because here you can kind of rub the rail on the way down and make it on these gold crowns. That's not what you want to do. You don't want to cut it.
Todd has the bank shot. So he's just going to fire it in at 100 miles an hour.
675. Thank you for checking on that. That's good. We got like 9.
Ooh, there it is. Let's go. All right, Todd. Todd's in it. Halfway to his quota.
At this point, we're basically on pace to go hill here, roughly speaking. 2-1 is almost enough to go 12-7 is their hill. So that's 4 games for Brian, 3 games for Todd. So Brian is looking like he might take this if it continues the way it is. With that being said, Todd's had opportunities enough. He just needs to capitalize a little bit more than he has. And then that'll get him, like I said, there's no money going to be exchanged hands here on the winner of this. This gets you an opportunity to play into the finals, which will be $1,000 to the winner of the finals. Next week's matchup is going to be Ray Pistoresi versus Christian Iberger.
Oh,
which is going to be a 13-9 matchup.
601 to 530.
Yep, which is going to be cool. And then the winner of that match will play the winner of this match. It'll be 1,000 for the winner and 0 for the loser as far as money goes.
Yeah. So no money is guaranteed until you win the whole thing.
So much extra pressure, in my opinion, because it's not like, in the tournament, a normal tournament where there's like the finals is, both people get money. So you don't really think about not coming out with anything. But in this format, you really have to take it down to get any money. Looks like we had a player break here.
Just borrowing the loo.
God, you muted.
So we are going to take a few minutes.
Yeah. Be right back.
Burb.
dang. Have we been on mute this whole time? Oh, dang.
Whoops. I guess we were muted forever.
Sorry about
Whatever.
that, guys.
I was just saying how good everyone is. You know how it is.
Whoops. User error.
Ooh.
Oh, no. Oh, well,
Yeah.
he left it on the rail.
Narrowly avoided the scratch there.
Mm-hmm. And next time, if you guys can't hear us for a while, please let us know.
I know. That was funny.
I know we're like over here having a whole conversation about everything.
Yeah, we were talking for how long?
The whole time. Day. That's our job. We're the commentators.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's right. I think that's maybe one of the first few times we've done that, and it's been a minute.
Indeed, Jason. Indeed.
Good shot. Yeah, that's really nice. Just a good angle. Ryan's looking good to go 9-4 here, which keeps him in the favored situation.
Yeah. There it is.
9-4, everybody.
Yep.
Thanks for joining us once again.
Please like and subscribe.
Thank you to the sponsors, Ed Hobbs, Northwest Tap. Appreciate you from the beginning, one of the stronger supporters of our channel. Clean Slate Pool Tables, Dom and Fam, love you guys. Tibbitts at Fernhill, best brunch spot in Tacoma. Reservation only, Friday through Sunday. Give them a call, get on the list, get yourself some great brunch foods. Also, Brunswick Billiards, 180 years in the business. Basically, every top-notch table that was around when I was coming up was a Brunswick, the gold standard.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to go with all Brunswick Gold Crown 7s when we open. So you all will be able to find out maybe what the new gold standard is going to be.
Oh, yeah.
Ryan's break is really, really strong.
Yeah, he's been breaking them pretty great.
Just got to make that long one ball. He's leaving himself the one in the middle of the table and a longer shot every time. He's been doing well about making it. That one was went a little bit awry.
Just a skosh. But it's interesting to see just how the combination of the environment with the level of focus and like how long you're able to hold it in a high pressure situation, and how the way that takes a toll on each player, and just to watch it unfold live.
Yeah, we're 13 out of a maximum of 20 games into this, I think. Is it 20? 20 max, because it'll be 12-7, which is 19. That would be Hill. 20 games would be the max number. So 13 out of a max of 20. It's a lot of pool. We're almost 2 hours of the way in. And I've spoken about this before, about just the natural. Each human being has like a certain amount of focus time, and I know the average has dwindled with the advent of reels and social media, where I think it's down to like 45 seconds. But most humans, when they're doing a job they're getting paid for, can focus for like 90 minutes before they start to really fatigue and start making some poor decisions or lesser decisions than their usual. And you got to kind of recharge. And there's definitely an element of that in here, where I don't think that either of these players are forced themselves to have to focus that long. I think that playing bar table races to 3, you don't really learn how to focus. What a break or a bank shot that was. That was super nice. Those races to 3, races to 4 matches that you play at the bar, are good for learning how to be a front runner, but I wouldn't say that it's good for like your long-term focus of like these longer matches. It's a separate entity. You got to figure out how to like maintain your focus, how to refocus, how to save your energy and be efficient so you don't get so tired. He tried to do the epic draw, just got a little bit of a side pull off of it. So that's something to think about, in these longer races. You got to just have that, manage your energy level. That's one of the amazing things about the top players. they can just focus and play well over a long stretch of time. A lot of the matches take a lot of energy out of you, and you have to have that stamina. It's cool to see. Now here I like to just bank the 3-ball towards the 4, 5, 9, and then go into the 10 with the cue ball.
Dang.
Not worry about too much about selling out a shot. It's almost impossible to really play safe here. I don't know if you want to try to bank it with tons of power.
What's up, Patrick? Patrick Nix of Evo Sports, everybody.
We are doing the no 3 foul rule format for all these 10-ball matches, Patrick. It's jumps okay, push out after the break okay, and no 3 foul rule, winner break 10-ball, no early 10s. I like 3 foul rule for 9-ball. I'm not a big fan of it for 10-ball, truthfully. I know it's kind of the standard. I think for these money matches and these higher buy-ins, that I prefer to have people just have to play it out to the last ball. Kind of my philosophy, and I've spoken about this before, my philosophy is based off of the way that you can choose 9-ball or 10-ball, is that it seems obvious to me that 9-ball is supposed to be a faster, looser game, more randomness happening, and it seems as though 10-ball was designed to take a little bit of that away, maybe all of it really in theory, and that slight modifications, some of the rules will just make it so that it is that way, i.e. no 3 foul rule, so that people aren't playing unnecessary safeties. You're forcing yourself to play a move that gives you an opportunity to run out, not just stifle your opponent to the level that you can stall them into death, which is what 3 foul rule is, basically taking a situation that you can't run out and you're not improving it, in my opinion, versus no 3 foul rule. Every defensive play should have a layer of trying to work an offense into it.
Ooh, that was such a great idea, Todd.
That was a cool shot. Not much you could do there. That's why, it was a good shot. Definitely. See if Brian can capitalize here. 6 balls left with ball in hand. If he gets this one to go 10-4, that'd be huge. Finally take a little bit, not even a lot, but a little bit of the pressure off. I don't know.
Because right now it's an even race, right? It's 4-4.
4-4, yeah. So Brian is kind of caught up to the spot. The thing is that, Todd's capable of running the balls out. He just hasn't been doing as much of it.
Yeah. Well, and I think a lot of it is, high levels of adrenaline possibly that are just, he's getting down very fast. He's, shooting really quickly, shooting really hard.
Some of the time, yeah. It's just inconsistency a little bit. I know he knows the shots. It just seems to me as though he's kind of losing a little bit of control, kind of like the situation. Yeah, Patrick, I hear you. The thing is that my estimation of that is that it is possible for people to do that. However, I haven't seen it, and I don't think that, to me, that makes it, you just, kind of the way I look at that is that there's actually just a way to make it to where they can't do that, and there's always something that you can do. To me, the moving game is fascinating because, once people start to try to just tie up balls intentionally, what does that mean? I mean, to me, that means they have no confidence. They're not, if they're just trying to slow it down to a crawl, then to me, that's it shows a little bit of mental, I wouldn't say weakness, but a lack of confidence, in a sense that the game should be designed to where you're trying to attack. And if the other player is actually just trying to survive through making the game extend, to me, then that just adds confidence to my play. Because I can see that for what it really is, which is that they don't think they can make these hits, so they're just going to try to make it harder for me and hope that I make a mistake. Meanwhile, I'm perfectly comfortable playing infinite safeties to continue to maintain control. And that all that is just going to make it continue to be harder and harder for that player, the way I look at it. But I hear you. If they're going to try to do that, then you can't stop them. But I wouldn't say that it's a great strategy to try, is to just tie up the balls infinitely, because then you can't run out either. That's not advancing the game. Which I've seen that before. I've definitely watched players take ball in hand and not progress the game, which is just really interesting to me. Well, there's not a 30-second shot clock, but I wouldn't say this is slow play. They're taking a while to run all the balls out.
Yeah, we've definitely met some players who they definitely slow play. Sometimes
looking
minutes.
good here. Long, but I think he's got a cut. He doesn't have to. Yeah, 10-4.
10-4.
Right. Thank you for joining us, everybody. Appreciate you. Please like and subscribe. If you're following the ESB Facebook page, we are doing a $200 giveaway for when we reach 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube, please do so. Prove it by taking a screenshot and posting it on the Facebook post that is in the pinned comment. That will give you an opportunity to win up to 4 opportunities at the $200 gift certificate on the online ESB store. Thank you in advance. Good luck in advance. We hope that everybody gets in there and gives themselves a chance to get that merch, So do the things.
Yeah.
It might take you 3 or 4 minutes. Yeah, I agree with that, Patrick. I think that there's something to be said for working to advance your game through shooting shots that you have less experience with as a way to improve your game. So there's a certain element of like trying to advance your skill by shooting the lower percentage shots, making those mistakes, and then using that information to train yourself, give yourself different stuff to work on. And just finessing balls and moving them slowly to block holes is part of that. With that being said, I personally am not having zero. I don't care if you do that to me, honestly. If you think that that's a valid strategy to try to win, then I welcome you to try it against me.
Interesting. Did he get there? Do you
I think
he
he
can
did.
see the one?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's got their own style too,
Absolutely. Absolutely. If you're going to try to shell up and extend the game into infinity, more than welcome to.
Yeah, I just know I play way more aggressive 10 ball than I probably should personally. But I don't know. I personally don't care for the 3 foul rule, because if you're here to play 10 ball, then just play the damn game. That's kind of where I'm at with it. And maybe I should have dropped the D word, my bad. But I just feel like if you're here to play, then play the game. And I feel like if you want to play safe, that's great, but I don't think that you should be rewarded for making a safe other than with the ball in hand that you get. I don't think you should be handed a win because you can do that 3 times in a row. That's not really part of the game. I mean, it is if it's in the rule set, granted, yes, absolutely. But at the end of the day, are you here to make balls or not? That's how I look at it. But I'm also from the East Coast. I'm a little spicy,
Yeah, Patrick, I hear you. I think that maybe the element you should consider a little bit more strongly is if your opponent is to make a mistake, how easily you will be able to run the balls as a result of what you've done to the rack. and that by taking away your opportunity to run out, you actually increased your opponent's ability to win because you've reduced your own ability to win. And I think that you got to think a little bit, maybe a step deeper than you are, because part of advancing your skill in the game is learning is how often your opponent actually can get out based on where the balls are sitting. If you think your opponent's always going to be able to get out every single time, that's actually not how it works. And
Dang.
you got to have to test that through experimenting. And I think that, to me, the amount of time I've spent studying the game, watching other players play, is that the strategy of just tying up balls to make the game last longer only works if you're better than that player, because anyone that's as good as you or better than you will be able to pretty much do the same things that you can do to manage the game, and thus it's kind of it's a so-so at best strategy. I prefer to leave myself opportunities to win, and I'm not saying that it's like every time that you just do it, but I just see that, to me, the best kinds of safeties are the ones that have an opportunity to put pressure on your opponent to get out, or because if they don't make a good hit or whatever, then now you're forced to wonder if they're going to get out. If your run out game is solid, then you should be trying to play safeties that allow you to run out, and then if your opponent is just trying to tie the balls up and they're going to do that multiple times, then I kind of wonder about your opponent's mentality a little bit too, but everybody's got their game. I'm not saying don't do it. I would invite anyone to do that, actually, and see if it works. I just don't feel like it's a winning strategy against someone that plays like I do. And I think that everyone wants to play a little bit better, and if you're that desperate to win, then that means you're not trying to grow your game as well. And that long-term is a deficiency, having the mindset of winning over playing the game in such a way that you can allow yourself to improve while you're working towards playing serious pool. Oh, I don't know if Brian was playing that combo.
I think he was trying to play the combo. I don't know that he
Just got a double
thought that
kiss
it, squeaked in there.
Oh, we got Jeff Eberly. What's up, man?
What's up, Jeff? How you been?
You're in
Is
Arizona?
he back?
Maybe he's back. Are you back? Anyways, good to hear from you either way. I'm glad you're.
See, Jeff and I are in
checking
the
us
same
out.
camp. We were talking about the same thing. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say
In a
it's
way.
not pool, but it's not the game. You're not, you're not there to play safeties. You're there to play 10 ball. But that's my opinion. Patrick, I think your opinions are valid.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, you're basically just talking about a loophole type situation, which, I don't like spending too much time on it. I played plenty of safeties.
Ooh.
I'm not saying don't play defensively. I think that really what you want to do is be able to put some pressure on your opponent when every shot you shoot, you to put pressure on it. But if you're making the balls harder to run out, you're not actually doing that. If your opponent isn't going to actually try to get out because you made it so hard, then now what happens? You just now they're going to make a move. That's what I do. If I can't get out, I'll
then
just
off
plan
and
to
play it
another
back
safety.
down to the other side. I don't think
Get way too.
Well, but
too
what if
full.
he gets behind this 10 ball right here?
Well, then that's
Look at that. Oh yeah.
worked out for him.
Yeah, sometimes you get the lucky shot, right?
Absolutely, whether or not you like it or not. I like that perspective. Illinois, Seattle. Yeah, I mean, to me, that's the way the philosophy of the game is.
Ooh, nice.
Is that it's a call pocket game. You should be trying to run all the balls out. Early tens. It's whatever, I think that it's that game, 9-ball is that game,
Playing 2 leagues in Olympia, Jeff. Sorry.
Ooh, almost, but not quite. See if Brian can get this one. I think Todd needs a reset here. wonder if he's got any techniques for resetting himself when he gets a little bit feelings like he's not playing well. Oh, Brian's gonna get really close to this 8. That's not what he wanted.
Ooh.
Yeah, so Brian can thin the 8 and use a little bit of right English and go down table a little bit more. He just needs to hit it super thin. Oh, nice. He got behind it. He had a chance to sell that 8 out in the side, but he hit it really good speed. See, and this is smart play where it's like he's played it safe. Not that he could have done much else, but it's going to make it tough for Todd. And there's only 3 balls left on the table. So if Todd doesn't make a really good response, then Brian's looking really good to run out again.
You think you can see it?
I know he can see the edge of it.
Oof, barely.
That's going to be okay.
Yeah, the 9 looks like it's in the way of the bank.
Yeah, he didn't sell out an easy cut. You know what I mean? Like if it would have been,
Maybe,
cue ball would have went
yeah.
down a little bit further, he could have easily cut it into the side. And if it was a little bit higher up, then the cue ball, you just cut it into the bottom left, which I think is the shot here. Bottom left cut shot back across 2 rails for shape on the 9 in the bottom left. Played it safe. He didn't like it. See, he's just moving. This is the kind of moving that's smart. You don't have to take risks unnecessarily in 10 ball, and then once you get down to, I don't know, I just think that at the lower levels below like 600, most players are not capable of running more than 5 or 6 balls on a regular basis. So you almost don't have to worry about them running out. That's why I say it's like the strategy of playing and to tie the balls up, you're almost playing against yourself because they're not mostly going to run out if you look at the stats. Making it as hard as possible for the other player to win is one strategy, but it's not the end-all be-all. Statistics are undefeated for a reason. You got to look at the stats of what shot is that actually is going to win you the game more often versus extend it. Prime's playing a carom. He's left it.
It's right by it passes the point, right? You can make that in the side pocket if you want. But here, I wouldn't even try to hold it. I'd like play it.
Oh yeah.
And just come around the back side of the 9.
9
short
in the left side again.
Yep, 9 in the left side.
Just go 1, 2 rails, right? That's what I like.
Oh. Interesting question by Kevin Wicks. Ooh, didn't make it.
It's a good question to ask. Honestly, it's just over time, if you've played and watched pool for a long time, the winning strategies expose themselves.
Dang.
Without you having to do anything other than just observe. And I haven't seen a match where that was a successful strategy and obviously with no 3 foul rule, it's like less of a strategy. It's less niche because most people play, I think, 3 foul rule. Thing is that if it was a really good strategy, everyone would be using it. But for some reason, they're not. And that's really has nothing to do with me. It's just like looking at what the common, like the best way is. Partly if your long-term is to grow as a player, then now what you're really trying to do is learn how to win by pocketing balls, which is what.
Oh, dang.
Is this another Polston pot?
I think so.
Brutal. 11-4 all of a sudden. So a little bit of it is just through observing what's going on and then realizing that, like, let me give you an example. So if I'm playing against a player that's good enough to run all the balls that are there, and that they've got me in a situation where I can't make a legal hit, then I might try to tie the balls up. Now, on their next shot, if they don't try to open the balls up and then they play another safety that I still can't make a hit, then I'm not going to do anything other than just let them have ball in hand, because they still haven't dealt with the problem that's there. Now, at a higher level, maybe they can deal with the problem that's there, and that changes the thought process. The thing about it is that you know how good your opponent is pretty much when you sign up for the event you're playing, and that against a better player, the strategy of playing the infinite struggle scenario, it doesn't seem to me as though the top players use that against their opponents. And I think as you try to progress your skill level in the game, that means you're going to be trying to be more aggressive, which means that you want to have an opportunity to run out when you get a chance. And by eliminating that, forcing yourself to move if you get another chance, then now what you've done is your opponent is actually can just play into what you've done and force you to play the shot that you were trying to force them to play, if that makes any sense. Where by making it harder for yourself, now you're forcing yourself to actually have to outmove the player because you've taken away the opportunity to run the balls through your own doing, which is fine. It's just that then it's like, well, if you feel like your moving game is so good, then you should just be able to expect that in the long run that's going to get you there.
Option.
So I just feel like if your strength is the moving game, then doing the infinite defensive thing doesn't help you as much as learning how to pocket balls better and run out better. And I know that you got to do what you got to do in the time, at the time. So much of it isn't about today, though, with pool. That's the thing. You can't just play for today. You got to play for, like, where am I going to be in 5 years with my game? And, like, what is this shot going to mean for that? You know what I mean? Because it is a long-run thing. The reps you put in today are leading towards the quality of the reps you put in tomorrow. And each shot that you shoot is the decision that you make and a percentage that you can, like, increase by shooting it and experiencing it, and if you can't find another way to win the game through doing a certain thing, then there's an opportunity maybe to see another shot, or understand a different percentage that you're not looking at. Because I think that it's impossible to look too deeply into this game. I hope you can agree with me, Vic. There's
so much,
so many levels that we have not even touched as humans, that, you look at the best players in the world and they will tell you that they don't know everything. Guys are figuring out new things and ways to, like, exploit the equipment the way that it is. They keep changing the equipment, and that changes the thing you have to do to exploit it and maximize your advantage.
Ooh, nice safety by TODD, SHIRLEY.
Great hit to give TODD an opportunity to stay in this game here.
Yeah.
He really needs to pick one up soon.
Brian's steamrolling him right now. For sure.
Good hit. Yeah, and Brian's just, taking advantage of the fact that TODD is not running a lot of balls right now, and he's just making good hits and leaving it a little tricky for TODD. And TODD hasn't figured out a solution for that. And Brian's been getting a little bit of fortune that TODD hasn't made some of the shots, that he could have made, because he's got the shot making. I think that he's getting a little wild with his power, and that doesn't work for you on these 9-foot Brunswicks.
Well, and this one has smaller pockets, so exactly. it doesn't take that very well.
Yeah, exactly. The effective pocket opening is smaller when you hit the ball harder, and that's where TODD's having some struggles. Is every time you hit the ball with more speed, it makes the pocket feel smaller, and thus you'll miss more shots just by having more speed without having more accuracy to go along with the speed. You're going to miss more balls just because of the pace that you're hitting it at. That's just simple physics. And that's why they call it pocket speed. I think most people know that that's the thing. It's just you got to trust that it's real.
Mm-hmm.
It isn't an illusion. And if you go back and you look at all the balls that were missed, I'd say a lot of them were when people went over their medium to firm pace.
Yeah.
Your accuracy of your stroke decreases with more power beyond your certain like regular power band, and that then you're shooting important shots with too much power. You're increasing the necessity of being accurate because the pockets are smaller, and you're reducing your own physical accuracy by hitting it too hard. So there's two different factors that are making the game harder for you. So you really got to think about it if you really like to pound the ball.
Yeah, Brad, get on the list. We got these winner take all tournaments are going to be on Mondays. I'm basically just going to keep running them until I can't fill one.
It doesn't look like that's going to happen anytime soon. People are finding out about it.
Yeah, people are wanting to get in there, and then I'm basically
nice shot for
only turning it on for long enough for me to fill the tournament, and then I turn the application off until the next one. And right now, I think we've got another one pretty booked. I think we have, basically we have the third one.
Brian is on the hill.
Brian is on the hill.
All right.
Yeah.
I feel like
we're always rooting for the hill here. So hopefully Todd can wake up a little.
Yeah.
Get it together. Take a breath. Take a walk. Whatever he needs to get in there, slow down. Honestly, I feel like is huge. Breathe and slow down. Is pretty huge.
Yeah, you got to talk yourself into being calm. You can't just let the mind just fly around. They call that the monkey mind. In Buddhism. If you have too many thoughts, you just can't control your body, and then you end up just flailing around a little bit. And that's not what pool is all about. Pool is so much is just about focus and composure. It doesn't even matter that you're necessarily that good at the game. You're going to be able to show your best skill when you're focused and composed, whatever your skill is. And it's surprising how many I shouldn't say necessarily easy, but routine shots get missed in situations where people are just lacking in composure. It's not even a physical skill. It's just a mental approach to the game that people kind of can have a little bit of struggle with.
Todd, Shirley, get out of the chat. What are you doing? Get out of here.
I feel like Brian loves hearing that from you, and at the same time, it's one of the more sad things that I've seen today.
But so just to talk a little bit about going forward, how our streams are gonna go. Historically we've been doing sign up, for the one-on-one type of singles match, but doing a lot of matchmaking has proven a little bit time consuming. So we're changing all the formats.
Say brutal.
Well, brutal for sure, 100%. But time consuming is more of what is the thing that I need back is the time. And so as a result, you might have noticed that we've been changing things a little bit around at ESB. So Mondays, we're going to be doing these winner take all tournaments. I will be opening them for the next one. Once we start one, I'll open the sign up or the application list for the next one. And I'm just, like I said, going to keep running them until I can't fill them anymore. But so far people have been trying to get in there, and people who have never been on the stream before, which I think is super cool.
We definitely want to give people an opportunity to play on the stream that haven't. And we're really, our goal isn't necessarily to prioritize the people that haven't played before, but we're definitely giving them a better chance to get in there. Cause I know that a lot of the people that have already been on are on the ball with all this stuff. And it's not that it's unfair necessarily to, but we want to give people an opportunity.
We want to spread the love, we want to give everybody in the community a chance.
Yeah. And then, once people have gotten on there, then we're not going to it's one of those things where that's kind of how we want to do it, is give people a chance to play on the stream that haven't. Once you've been on the stream, then it's not going to be as easy to necessarily just jump back on right away just because you had a good time. You have to, that's part of what we're doing with this list is we're creating these lists where, if you get involved, then you can get on the list. And then we're going to try to, with the new formats, we're trying to get new players that haven't played on the stream and fill the bracket a little bit, and then once that goes, we just leave the list open. But I really like how we're doing it. I think that it's a good opportunity for people to get exposure, get experience that they haven't already had. And to me, that's important.
Yeah, and the medium Fargo fair match, has been pretty exciting to watch generally.
Yeah, this isn't over.
No, yeah.
You know what I mean? In a situation where, Brian's on the hill, Todd could come back.
100%.
It's not,
But, so basically we're just trying to make our lives a little bit easier, make it a little bit more exciting. And, so for the people who like tournaments, Monday's your day. For the people who want to do singles events, Tighten the Table Wednesday, get on that list. And, we're going to be doing a doubles format, which is similar to Tighten the Table, but doubles. But we'll be releasing that. Cha-ching, Pulse and Pot.
Sorry.
All
the stuffs.
Yeah. But I think that's going to be really good for a lot of people. It's like, you can get out there and do a similar Tighten the Table situation where you and your doubles partner can stay on every week.
Yeah, exactly.
And rake in the dough as long as you can hold it.
Yeah.
And I think, having a singles format, a doubles format, and a tournament style format, winner take all, I think are some really good challenges for the community out there.
100%. It's, I don't know if you all can see the future the way that I see as far as what we're doing with this, but I was basically the reason why we're doing this medium fair match is because we're setting up to be using this format for a lot of the stuff that we do at Easy Street to give the newer players and the players that are coming up and the members that are maybe not, 600 or 700 Fargo an opportunity to play member events that have an opportunity to cash and get a little bit of money, and really all you got to do is perform above your Fargo, and then you're pretty much almost all the time going to be able to cash in a tournament that's a fair match tournament. It's just
unless it's winner take all, and then you got to win it.
Exactly. You'll get that experience, and you'll be playing in these matches where there's the percentages help you. You know what I mean? And I'm not opposed to the cap tournaments where you have 550 and under, 600 and under, stuff like that. I just think that the element that's missing for a player that's trying to get better is that you're not playing against better quality players than you are. You're playing against equal skilled opponents, and that's not the same kind of thing as playing against people that are actually higher quality Fargos than yours are, that are now giving you a little bit of weight, where you're not going to get the opportunities that you get against an equally skilled opponent. And that's what you're there for, is to realize you got to maximize every opportunity. And then now the better player is you're going to win a lot more games. The thing is that every mistake is going to be much more psychologically damaging, and looks like Brian's about to take it down. So then we have to
pressure makes diamonds, they say.
Brian just draw this ball and then shoot this 10 ball. See, he got there. And this has been a great match.
Todd has conceded the match.
All right.
I'm gonna say my goodbyes. Thank you all so much. I will talk to you later. I'm gonna go grab one of them.
Okay, so we've got one last shout out to the sponsors: Northwest Tap. Thank you, Ed Hobbs. Tibbitts at Fern Hill, best brunch spot in Tacoma. CleanSlatePoolTables.com. Tony and fam, you guys are amazing. Everyone's amazing. Thank you for joining the stream. Once again, the pinned comment to the $200 Easy Street Billiards online store. When we reach 1,000 subscribers, we're starting that campaign now. Go ahead and prove that you're already a subscriber, or show and click that you are a subscriber for the YouTube channel to get one entry. Sharing the post, doing the stuff that it says will get you up to 4 total entries into that Facebook group thing. So we've got Brian TRUDEAU moving on to the finals, which is going to be 2 weeks from today. Next week, we've got Ray Pistoresi versus Christian Iberger. That's going to be the other round 1 match. So far we've had the higher Fargo player win. We've got a 530 versus a 601 next week. So there may or may not be a spot. I think at the 580 to 600, it'll be an even race. And then otherwise there will be a similar spot to this. And that's going to be an R13. Todd, are you here?
I'm here. I just saying hello to the dog.
All right. I'm in the office to the right of the bathroom.
Okay.
All right, we got Todd Shirley. Todd, thank you for coming in.
Hey, thank you.
Appreciate you.
Oh, good.
How did you, I mean, you know, we do a brief analysis, self-analysis, self-exploration.
Sure.
How do you feel?
I apologize to him to show my ass out there like that, but yeah, it's hard. It's hard. I'm disappointed. I just couldn't get my focus, and I couldn't get self-actualized. I couldn't get in stroke. I couldn't. And then it became a battle, a psychological battle for me, and just really, it's over the years, it's just gotten worse and worse like this. I don't know what else to say. I can't get my focus. Things don't happen for me.
Interesting. Yeah. Well, it kind of appeared as though you're saying exactly what it looked like was happening, where you kind of had some internal battles that you lost.
Yeah.
And it showed on the table. To me, this game it's 100% mental. And if your mental game is not where it needs to be, then you're not going to be where you need to be in the game itself to score. Right. Well, you know, because I felt like if you look at what happened, Brian gave you plenty of opportunities to.
Well, I actually won that match.
Games.
I actually won that match.
Well,
but I didn't show up.
You could have won the match
for sure.
But you know, he gave you enough chances, and your skill level. I know you know that you're capable of doing the thing, and it's just an interesting. But that's why we show up to play, to gain the experience, right?
The way I felt about it was early on. I had my energy and my focus, and it drained away from me. And I knew, actually, I felt like I won the match, except a couple. I couldn't convert.
Yeah,
I couldn't convert. I mean, right?
Mm-hmm. Couple just standard shots,
right?
Familiar shots, yeah.
And I got some medical issues I'm dealing with. I don't know if you know about them. I think I told you, but it's hard to keep my focus.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be the challenge, right?
Figuring
out how to deal with that.
I'm starting. Yeah. I mean, I have to accept what it is. If I can't change it, or I don't choose to change it medically, I'm going to have to just accept it. And it's hard to accept it, but yeah. But Brian, he was a great guy. I don't think he played his top game either. I mean, I heard him talking out there as well about he was a little frustrated with some of the misses and disappointment. I guess we all have some of those, but I don't think this was his top game at all. But he did show he's definitely knows the game. He broke and ran one time. I recall he had a great break. And,
he broke the
ball
really
spread really well, and he converted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. I will talk to him about his own game when he gets here. Right. But yeah, I mean, I'm hoping that you get some good experience. So you watch it later, get some learning, and hopefully you can see what we're saying. But I think you basically know where you're at with it, and it's just about finding your techniques that you need to do to move forward. I know that you've had a lot of success playing in competitive environments, so it's not like you don't know about that. It's just more about honing and dialing it in, I would say.
True.
And you got the knowledge, you got the shot making. It was just a matter of putting several balls together and finding that consistency. So
the trouble is with focus for me. This is my understanding of it. Mm-hmm. When I don't have focus, which is more than concentration, it's a connection to things in my environment. It's concentration, being connected to things. And if I can't connect to the balls, I don't have focus. It's like one of the three legs of pool for me. One is knowledge, one is perception, and one is focus. Those are huge for me in the way I understand how this works. And without one of those, when one of those falls out, it makes the game tough.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's not so much, we're all going to play different levels whatever I was before, doesn't matter. It's where I am now. And I think psychologically, I have to come to accept my level and try to improve on it from where I'm at, rather than trying, getting disappointed about what I was or what I could have been.
Every day you wake up as the person you are. You just have to.
This is a very friendly dog, by the way.
Yeah, well, he is
Looks
until
scary.
you
He
don't
looks
feed him
scary.
immediately, and then eventually he will be trying to get treats out of you. But all right, Todd. Well, I gotta get Brian
Hey,
on.
thank you so
I'll let
much,
you go.
Shawn.
If you're still here when we get done, then I'll be happy to talk to you
Cool.
a little bit more.
Good deal. Flying up.
We'll get Brian
I will.
Trudeau coming. Once again, this is the first round of the winner take all, second winner take all here at ESB. Appreciate everyone for joining us. We're gonna get Brian Trudeau on to talk for about 3 minutes, and then we'll let everyone that's still on here get done with their night. Appreciating everyone. Please like and subscribe. Like I said, we're doing a campaign to get our 1,000 YouTube subscribers. So if you haven't already subscribed, please do. Go to the Facebook post, which is the pinned comment. Do all the stuff. Get you 4 entries and potential to win $200 worth of our online merchandise. Got hella different kinds of t-shirts, different colors, sizes, tons of designs. EasyStreetBilliardsWA.com. We got hoodies. We have other things I'm working on doing. We got a 3D printer, so by the time we do this giveaway, we might have 3D printed pool objects for sale as well. Hoping to have that done soon. Get some stuff going that I like enough to sell. All right, we got Brian Trudeau. Brian,
How you doing, sir?
thank you for coming, bro.
No sweat.
Yeah. Well, give me your 2-minute breakdown, bro. How you feeling?
Well, I feel like I played pretty well today. There were a couple of pretty boneheaded, unforced errors, but I kind of grouped it back together and got my head right. And I really worked on not letting it bother me. It's like, I make a mistake. I'm a human. I only get to practice
100%.
once a week. I keep my expectations reasonable.
Yeah.
It really helps when I'm trying to get back in stroke and then really focus on that. It removes all the distractions of the self criticism and the embarrassment.
Is huge. Self-forgiveness is one of the most important skills to have in pool. Otherwise, you'll just beat yourself up unnecessarily.
It's never worked for me.
Yeah,
It's never made my game better.
Glad you're learning.
Yeah.
It's,
So it was he was making some pretty wild shots. I mean, he's hitting the ball firm today.
Yeah. Paul's been known to hit the ball with some energy.
Yeah, and what had happened is he had mentioned to me not to me but out loud that he was I don't know what he said, but it was basically relaying to me that the safeties were kind of getting to him. So I played more.
Yeah,
I wasn't taking risks because but the thing is,
I saw that you were moving well, and it's a good strategy against someone that you're favored to beat, because you got to assume that your moving is going to be solid enough to take away a lot of their opportunities, and then that steamrolls into a little bit more momentum on because you're controlling the rack longer. They have more time to break down. They see less opportunities, less easy shots, and then that just kind of snowballs into like you being heavily favored, which is exactly what it seemed like happened.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
You started breaking him down, and you found out what his weakness was, and you put him there, and then he got weak.
Yeah, it was a little bit. Once I figured out the speed on the safety, my safeties did get a heck of a lot better towards the last couple racks of the game, and he was just kicking and shooting at things, and I was getting he got a couple good rolls, and just kind of got a good jelly roll. I got a couple good jelly rolls out of it too. So
that always equalizes.
Yeah, it was pretty
especially
equal.
A longer set. You get like plenty of pull for it to go both ways.
Oh yeah, and once I was able to see the run out, like I really kind of focused on. I'm not going to take a chance. I remember there was a shot that I had flashbacks in my match with Ed, of scratching in the side pocket. I'm like, nah. Let's just play it safe here.
Yeah, you played it safe on the 8. You could have went for it and tried to go 2 rails, but it just was a little thin.
It was.
And it wasn't like it was automatic. And it's like, to me, that's the perfect moment to just be like, you know what? We can lay up here and play for another better shot, actually.
Yeah, because he can run 3 balls out. If I miss this and hang it, he'll get out.
Especially if you give him multiple of those, then he might get confident.
Yeah, so that's exactly what was happening. So I decided to lay it up and just bring it to the end rail and make it. And even if he can see it, it's not an easy shot. And
exactly,
he was getting a little bit. He was getting in his head pretty good.
To try to go for it.
Yeah,
and that's you got to move. This is not 9-foot table. You gotta play smart. You can't just shoot the shot and expect to get away with it every single time. If you miss just by the grace of God, it happens. So much of this game is about being conscious about what you're doing. And it seemed like you took advantage of that, the fact that he started to kind of like lose his focus. And it is what it is. We show up as the person we are and we do what we got to do. And if you see a weakness in your opponent and you don't exploit it, that's not the game. You have to. That's exactly what you're supposed to do, is exploit your weaknesses of your opponent as soon as you see them. And that's what you did. And that was cool. So congratulations. You're in the finals. You haven't won any money yet, but you're one step closer to a G-ball in your pocket, bro.
Easiest way to the finals I've ever had. One win, I'm in there. I was like,
You had to play. You had to play. It wasn't easy. If you would have came with a little bit more firepower,
he was cruising up there. I got the 4, and I was like, "Whew, I better."
It was 3-3, and he 3 games in a row you won that he could have won. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it is what it is. That's what thing is. Like, that's what's so amazing about this format is you don't really know. You were actually able to gain some ground and then break him down, and that's the first time that someone's really done that. It seemed like where you just at the end you actually got stronger and your opponent got way weaker. And it's been mostly these go hill where it's like right when the better player has a chance to run away with it, it doesn't happen.
Yeah, somebody makes an unforced error.
Exactly. And you're doing really good about controlling it. I felt like your mentality was solid. So that's good to see.
Yeah, the break and run really changed my confidence around when I got that break and run. I was like, okay, no, I got a stroke now.
Exactly.
Let's get this done. I just got to get the break down right. And I was getting some balls on the break, just getting unlucky on the leaves off of the break. But I feel like I was capitalizing when the rollouts were doing pretty well, and so it was a good match. He really put it to me. So at some point, I was looking at him making all kinds of wild bank shots that he's calling.
Yeah,
I'm like, I gotta give this guy games. This guy's banking out from everywhere.
I know, you can't let that bother you. It's a streaky game, It's like he was showing you his best possible game for a moment, and you faded it. And then, at the end, your experience took over. So
yeah, no, it was, but I will give it to him that he was giving it to me for a minute. I mean, he was making some legit called shots, banks, like really difficult shots. I was like, holy cow!
I know he's got game. He wouldn't fire the dough in there if he didn't think he had a chance to win, and he certainly did. It just didn't happen because of just the way it shook down, right? So
yeah.
All right, brother.
Thank you so much for having me again.
Yeah, man.
Thanks, everybody.
See you in a couple weeks.
Yeah. All right,
everybody. We're gonna let everybody go. Thank you once again. Reminder: 1,000 YouTube subscriber giveaway is active on the Facebook pin posts, and we will see everybody next time on Wednesday. We got Ed Hobbs versus Bo Bologna for the 3rd Titan of the Table, 7 p.m. Pacific. It's gonna be a great match. Even race to 11. Winner will stay on for the following week. All right, everybody. Have a great night.